Well, hi and welcome to a slightly unusual trading video. Not a trading video as such, but just to answer a question that came in. A question came in from Wohid, and I think I've pronounced your name correctly. If I haven't, I'm very sorry about that. But it's obviously a little bit of a different background setting this morning, but I was up early, I read your email and I thought I would come out here and respond to that. Now, the question was that you were getting on great with the method. You were starting to understand everything and look at the triggering points and all that sort of stuff, but you were having a bad experience when you got onto the simulator. Okay, now this is a really good thing. Now, you might not think this is a good thing, but believe me, this is a really good thing, because when you understand why you're doing something wrong, you can then take positive steps to correct that. Now, of course, at this stage you don't know what you're doing wrong, but the very fact that you are consistently wrong when you're doing the simulator means that something is triggering you to click the buy and the sell buttons at the incorrect time. You need to work out what it is that's causing that triggering, that single thing. So when you're looking at the chart, you're looking at the content, you need to work out, when you get that feeling, okay, now I should be buying or now I should be selling on the simulator, you need to pause at that moment, look back and understand where that decision came from. Where did that feeling originate from, okay? And you should be able to track that back to something that you saw in the chart. You won't be consciously aware of this, or unlikely you'll be fully consciously aware of this at the start. But you should be able to, over time, just work that back through and think, okay, well, that's what made me think about buying here, or that's what made me think about selling here. And when you've got that point identified, you can then go back and use that either as an indicator to obviously trade in the opposite direction, because if you're consistently wrong at that point, and it's just one little thing I want to emphasize here, a lot of people say they make a lot of wrong trades, so find out where they're going wrong and just do the reverse. That's not a solution. You need to understand why you're making those decisions you are. What is triggering in your mind? What's triggering your mind to say at this point you should be buying or selling? You need to understand that. When you do, then you can then reverse engineer that, as it were. Okay, and finally, you also said that you are starting to pick up on the trigger mechanism. Very, very important that you understand that, and of course you said you are starting to pick up on that. What I want you to do is to go back and look at the triggering mechanism, okay, and understand the triggering mechanism will often give the direction, because that's something that you said you were struggling with, is picking up the overall direction. The triggering mechanism, i.e. the stop taking or high volume turns, that will often give you the inside information as to the overall direction of the market, and then after that you can then look for your trigger for your entry. So carry on doing what you're doing now, but just go back over those points and hone your skills on the simulator first. Remember, that's what it's for. We're training you to be a fighter pilot, and you know, without any risk at all. You're using that simulator to get to the point where you're consistently picking these successful trades, and Pat's obviously recording that for you, and that builds the confidence and that intuitive understanding, so that when you look at a chart, you intuitively understand exactly what's going on. Okay, I hope that helps. I'll catch up with you very soon on the next video. Take care.